Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1411, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. Whose best-selling diary was written by Helen Fielding? Bridget Jones's? What reptile's image is the logo of a popular French sportswear company? The crocodiles. In the TV show Family Guy, which member of the Griffin family is Herbert infatuated with? Chris? What is the fear of darkness called? Scotophobia. What author created the character of Travis McGee? John D. MacDonald. What jazzman's first recording band was the Hot Five? Louis Armstrong. What was Liu Bang, founder of the Han Dynasty, posthumously known as? Emperor Gaozu of Han. What event led to the creation of the Superfund? The 3 Mile Island Incident. What is Turkey's national currency? Answer: lira. Introduced in 1844 as the Ottoman lira, its name changed to the Turkish lira in 1923. It is also the legal currency of northern Cyprus. Which rabbit was the hero of some of Beatrix Potter's stories? Peter Rabbit. What is the alligator pear better known as? An avocado. Brian Johnson is the lead singer of what rock band? AC/DC. Joan of Arc won several victories for France in which European war? 100 Years' War. What 1972 comedy begins with "Once upon a time there was a plaid overnight bag"? What's Up, Doc? The CSS Hunley was the first of what type of vessel to sink an enemy ship? Submarine. What is the front of a saddle called? Pommel. Where will you find an island with a name that translates to coffee club? Answer: Greenland. Kaffeklubben Island is another landform named for the beloved caffeinated beverage. Who was the first woman to host an American late-night show? Joan Rivers. What famous chemist died in 1934 from a blood disease contracted by the effects of radiation exposure? Marie Curie. Who created the character of Fozzie Bear? Jim Henson. Who was the lead singer of the band The Police? Sting. What was the code name for the development of the A-bomb? Answer: the Manhattan Project. Which Caribbean island designates 2/3 of its land to a nature park? Martinique. What element of the periodic table is named for a Jewish woman? Meitnerium. What year did the TV special A Charlie Brown Christmas made its debut on CBS? 1965. who said, "Personally, I'm always ready to learn, although I do not always like being taught." Winston Churchill. What was the name of little orphan Annie's dog? Sandy. What is the common name for the animal classified as Ursus arctos? Brown bear. What comedy show parodied soap operas with "As the Stomach Turns"? The Carol Burnett Show. What year did Bangladesh declare its independence from Pakistan? 1971. What does an apiarist keep? Bees. What is the scientific term for what is commonly called a brain freeze? Sphenopalatine ganglion neuralgia. According to the Simon and Garfunkel song, who loves Mrs. Robinson more than she will know? Jesus. Who were known by GIs in World War II as Hit and Muss? Hitler and Mussolini. Who invented cornflakes? Dr. John Harvey Kellogg. How many U.S. states border an ocean? 23. What did Claude Monet's father want him to be? Answer: grocer. Monet's father disapproved of his painting. He wanted him to go into the family grocery business. Which U.S. space probe was first to orbit another planet? Mariner 9. What famous horse belonged to Caligula? Incitatus. Who was Strongbow cider named after? Richard de Clare. In which country would you find the city Geneva? Switzerland. Blue Horseshoe loves Anacott Steel is a line from what movie? Wall Street. At what Ohio University were 4 students shot to death during a 1970 anti-war demonstration? Kent State. What year did the Boston Tea Party take place? 1773. What was the name of the town where all the characters lived in the comic strip Lil Abner? Dogpatch. Who was the last man from the Apollo program to have walked on the moon? Eugene Cernan. What is the most expensive publicly traded stock in the world? Berkshire Hathaway, BRK.A. Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao are island groups that belong to what country? The Philippines. All 2,000 of the inhabited islands in the Philippines belong to one of the country's 3 island groups. Samhainophobia is the fear of what? Halloween. In Disney's The Jungle Book, what is King Louis's greatest desire? To obtain fire. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.